I heard there's a mariachi band in here, so I have to check it out. Even if it wasn't Bruno Mars, I'd have to check it out because that never happens in a pop singer's career. Let's hear it. Bruno Mars, the romantic. Yes, yes. Aha! Wow.
For just a chance to win your heart, you could set the bar beyond the stars.
Okay, so much feeling just in the first few lines. And I love how, did you notice how he went, bar? This is very classic Bruno, how he ends with lots of air, lots of H. It keeps it very pop, even though we are full on mariachi, very bolero sound actually, so far in this beautiful song. I love how somehow, even though he has way different departures of different musical instruments in his music, that he still always manages to make it throwback. He always manages to make it so very like vintage, even Motown somehow, and visually too. Like he always does a great job at sticking to that through line of style while pushing the envelope sonically so far and so well. And yet it never makes that clear departure into like a completely different genre. I loved the mariachi at the beginning. What did you guys think about that?
I'll do anything.
Lots of breath on the tone there.
Anything you ask me to.
Beautiful head voice there, straight tone. Ending on the breath.
You want the moon. Watch me learn to fly. Ain't a mountain you could point to. I wouldn't climb. It's crazy, but it's true.
This is a beautiful scene right here.
Nothing I won't do. I'd risk it all for you.
Something else that's, woo, now there's a wedding. Okay, something else that's also very fascinating to me about Bruno's writing is that when you listen to at least for me, when I listen to the song, especially if it's a new one, I've never heard this before, I save it for you guys, but it always sounds like this song I always knew, even though I never knew it. And I think that's his secret sauce to writing, actually. He writes music that you listen to that you feel so familiar with, like I'd risk it all for you. Like it's almost so predictable lyrically and even melodically, and yet it's new. And it's not predictable because you can't predict something you don't know. And yet it feels familiar. And there's this haunting familiarity to all of his writing that makes it an instant hit. It connects instantly to the listener. And that's why it reached what? 17 million views. 17 million views in just a few days of its release. Fans and music lovers all over the world, they connect to this kind of music. They connect to the storytelling. And they connect not only with the man, right, but with his songs. And if you're watching this, chances are you're one of them. All right, now let's see what this wedding's all about.
To hold your hand and call you mine. I'm trying to be your man to the end of time.
I love how serious he is there. Like, oh, I feel the weight of the decision descending upon me, yet I love her so much. Look at the face.
Trying to be your man to the end of time. Oh, I'll do anything, anything you ask me to.
I love that vintage camera angle too. Look at that. That's really cool. Is that his real girlfriend? Anybody know?
It's crazy, but it's true. There's
Aww.
nothing I won't do. I'd risk it all for you.
Yes. All right, before we get into the bridge, if you haven't heard it yet, this is very much a Bolero vibe. And I think Bolero is the perfect choice for this song, and let me tell you why. Bolero is historically built around this relational devotion and longing. It's at the heart. It's to the heartstrings. It's very romantic. It's all about love. It's got this sensuality slowness to it. And I think that pairing that romantic traditional genre with the mariachi elevates this song to something less pop and more ceremonially timeless. And Bruno's always incorporated Latin and Caribbean textures into his music. Like, that's not a new thing. But I feel like this is a deeper lean into what makes Bruno Mars' artistic identity and truly the core of like what's influenced his sound. This is not a random pivot. Like, Bolero actually makes a lot of sense to me.
I won't do it. I'd risk it all for you.
Yeah.
I would swim across the sea just to show you.
Show you.
Sacrifice my life just
Yes.
to hold you.
Okay, now that was beautifully and brilliantly sung. Sacrifice my life just to hold you. That my life was beautifully, beautifully belted. He really did a great job of just tipping the tongue on the top of the mouth instead of closing it off. Even though I couldn't see him sing it, I could hear the technique behind that. And then that H, really big punch of the abdominal engagement for the just to hold you. That H was beautifully supported. It gave a lot of emotional context too. And for my singers watching this, you always want to blend technique with emotional believability. So a lot of times your technique will actually help your believability. And in this case with that H, it did. It made the H very like to the heart, like, oh, to hold you. But it also helped support the note for him. And that's singing Smarter Not Harder. We love it when we have a double win, right? Let's listen again to that. Beautifully sung.
Sacrifice my life just to hold you.
Yes.
I could go on and on to prove that you belong here in my
Beautiful fall off there. Yes. Oh! Gorgeous coloring here. Listen to the mariachi. This mariachi choice, it continues to build and build, in my opinion, in the song to be more and more of a brilliant choice. So a little bit of tea on this mariachi band, actually. They were selected actually through a professional search, an audition for this song. They're not just actors, they're an actual band. Their name is called, and I hope I don't butcher it, Mariachi Los Criollos de Guadalajara. I hope I said that right. So this song was not released during the audition, and the band learned it by ear to perform it convincingly on camera. And I know mariachi is not necessarily this like hugely mainstream thing in the US. However, I cannot tell you how much I love this left of center choice for this mainstream pop song. Mariachi bands and the sound that they produce, if done well, you have to be extremely talented and very, very tight as a band. There's a lot that goes into it, more so than meets the eye. And particularly for me, the horns in this song that the mariachi brings in is just so bright and so needed. It adds so much flavor, so much authenticity, and a higher pitch and energy that leaves this song a lot brighter than I think it would be if you didn't have the mariachi and it was just Bolero. It would feel very much more like a slower ballad. But with the mariachi, it really brings up the energy and the vibe, and I think it's really needed. And doesn't this just give you such feel-good vibes? Like they're getting married, they're moving into a house together. It's so sweet. It's like the beginning of a life. Cooking in the kitchen. Love the storytelling. Nice tag there lyrically. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I just got goosebumps at the end. That is the sweetest thing. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I mean, who doesn't love a good love story and who does not love a beautiful, sappy, happy ending? It kind of reminds me of The Notebook a little bit, like the younger and then the older vibes. I feel like this song gives us a less of a playboy Bruno and more of a devoted, I'm mature, I'm in love, I'm ready to settle down Bruno. And I am so very much here for that, especially seeing this progression as an artist from him over the years. I think this is exactly where he needs to be. And I love to see the metamorphosis and the transformation. Always solid vocals, always solid lyrics from Bruno. You can always expect that. But I love how he's always able to as well surprise us and give these little unexpected twists, whether it's mariachi or bolero, or whatever else he comes up with next, I'll be here for it. And if you're watching this, I know you will too. Now, you may be a singer watching this and you may be feeling super inspired. That's good. I'm glad that you are. I want you to click the link in the description box and grab yourself a discounted first online vocal lesson with me or one of my coaches at TSS. Because in just 1/2 hour, we're going to blow your mind with what you didn't know your voice can do. I love you guys so much. I am proud of you. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.